Well, it's time now to get to some of those legal questions that you've been sending in, and we turn to Fox 26 senior analyst Chris Tritico. Great to have you with us again, Chris.
Thank you, Jose.
Now, we're going to start with Joanne, who writes, long question now. My father went to St. Joseph's Hospital a few months ago, and they gave him too much morphine. When we got to the hospital, they told us he was put in the ICU, and they had to give him Narcan twice to wake him up. They said they would find out what happened and make sure it didn't happen again. When my dad went to hospice, the nurse's note said he took too many pain meds at home. He had been in the hospital 2 days before the overdose. Later, they sent a letter to my mom saying they found no wrongdoing. Is there anything we can do? My dad passed away about a month ago.
Well, so you need to look into this because it could be that the nurse is doctored with the medical record, is what it seems to me, because if they doctor with the medical records, then there may be some medical malpractice here that you can look at. You have 120 days to get a doctor to certify that there was something wrong that happened at the hospital. Now, the fact that he went into hospice, and it needs to be looked at by a independent doctor. Get to the lawyer of your choice that can look at all of this, that handles medical malpractice. I am not saying you have a case. These are very, very difficult cases to make and prove in the state of Texas. Good luck.
Stephanie has our next question, and she writes, my son was hurt at school and suffered a kneecap fracture and torn meniscus. I drove to the school to pick him up and take him to the ER. I told them that if it was an emergency to call an ambulance. They told me they can only do it at my expense. Since I didn't want to argue, I rushed to the school to get him. Now, the nurse brought him out in a wheelchair. We could not get him in the car because of his injuries. Again, I told him to call an ambulance, but the nurse just asked me if I'm going to pay for it. The principal brought others to assist, putting my son in the back seat. Meanwhile, my child was in excruciating pain. I still have not heard from the school to explain what happened. My son said he was not in an altercation or playing any sports. I have medical bills due. Do I have a legal case against the school?
Generally speaking, you do not have a cause of action against a school for issues that occur at the school. Now, if your son gets injured by the school's property, in other words, if he gets hit by a school bus, then the school has the legislature's waived liability for that. Most circumstances, school districts and school personnel are not liable for injuries that occur at the school district or on school property. So you need to find out more about what happened and see what happened. But generally speaking, they're not going to be liable for these types of accidents that happen at school. Good luck.
Now to a question from Bridget, who writes, my mother is 89 and living with my sister who has power of attorney. Can my sister sell my mom's house before my mom passes away and not give my brother and I any money from the house? Also, where can I find a lawyer? My sister Shane has the will and my mom has dementia.
So it depends on what power your mother gave your sister as to whether or not she can sell the house before your mom passes away. The power of attorney will say specifically what power she has. Some powers of attorney give very broad powers, some give very limited. Now, I don't know what it said, and you don't either, so you need to get a copy of it and look at it and see what power she has. If she doesn't have the power to do anything other than make medical decisions, she can't sell the house. To find yourself a lawyer, contact the Houston Bar Association and tell them what you need and that you're looking for a probate lawyer to help you with this type of situation. They'll make a referral for you. Good luck.
Good responses for some complicated questions. Thanks a lot, Chris.
You bet.
Now, if you'd like to send Chris your legal questions, just go to our website, fox26houston.com. You can find his segments under the Morning News tab. And as always, for any specific information and advice, you should contact an attorney of your choice.